they find me quite a bore. Way back then it was okay to be a little weird, but all my friends are dead. Boo! It's another Hollow Scream special from 10-Minute Daily Terror Videos.net. Spooky! Time to get spooky. Welcome to another episode of my show. I'm Malcontent, and then this episode we're gonna do something. Maybe it's a little hack. You know, maybe you've seen a million of these before, but you know, I like to do my own little twist on this type of thing. You know, let's do the top 5 Treehouse of Terror episodes of The Sampsins. Okay, that would be very exciting. So, without, you know, I don't want to gild the lily on this. Without further ado, here's the first clip.
Summerween? Something about this feels unnatural.
There's free candy.
To the costume aisle! Okay, that was Gravity Falls' Summerween special.
Not today!
My eyes! I don't quite know. Okay, well, I'll talk about that anyway, I guess, since that's the clip that came up.
I'm so happy. Crying makes it a little weird, but I guess I'm still eating. Oh.
Kind of frustrating that it wasn't a Treehouse of Terror episode.
What's up, Gorny?
I've been traumatized.
Whatever. Okay, so Summerween episode, pretty standard sort of Halloween fare, where the older sibling doesn't want to do Halloween, but the younger one does. I really like Gravity Falls a lot, and I think you could pretty much just watch any particular episode of Gravity Falls and have a pretty Halloween-y time, even though it's a pretty summery show. But the next clip will obviously have to be a Treehouse of Terror episode.
And I think unicorns and dragons are pretty. So that's why I'm a fairy princess for Halloween.
Okay, great. So that was Invader Zim. Invader Zim, another show that you could kind of just watch generally if you want a spooky vibe. But it did have a fairly interesting Halloween special where Dib is sent to a spooky realm using his father's technology. They want to use his big head to enter our world, and are met with one of my favorite drawings of Gurr outside of the movie that came out on Netflix. And decide not to invade.
Well, I'll see you guys at school.
Well, the thing about, I guess what's cool about this episode, it's not particularly funny compared to some other ones. It's not even as scary as the organ harvesting episode that they barely ever show anymore. But it is, it is the Halloween special of a show that is perpetually a Halloween special. So, Hot Topic fans rejoice. It's my number 4. Okay, so now that we've gotten the first 2 out of the way, clearly I guess I'm doing the top 3 Treehouse of Terror episodes. So that should be fine. There aren't like 10 classic episodes of that show or anything like that. There's, you know. So let's do the next clip. That will presumably be
a magical night when bedtimes disappear and identities change.
Trick or treat.
When the ghouls and goblins of our souls are set free to roam the night and scarf candy. For the true believers, Halloween is the ultimate holiday. For me, it's the ultimate dork holiday.
Pete and Pete, Halloween-y episode. Great. Pete and Pete is a show with a classic fall vibe, just like Over the Garden Wall or some other ones. It sort of always feels like it's the beginning of the school year on Pete and Pete. Halloween-y episode. Again, the classic trope of older sibling doesn't like Halloween. The Pumpkinhead guys, really iconic villains in this one. Trick or treat! Pete and Pete, show I don't know why it's not on Paramount Plus. What the fuck are you guys doing? Is there like any way to get Pete and Pete on a reasonable streaming service so it doesn't look like two VCRs vomited into each other's mouths before I get to watch it? Like, how hard is this for them to take things and it's why Pete and Pete, it's very popular. It's avant-garde. It would actually do really well now. I don't know why it's not anywhere where they can stream it. It's crazy to me. Okay, 2 clips left. They seem to... I think I'm getting the gist of the gag here. Doesn't seem to be like I'm going to be doing any episodes of Treehouse of Terror. But, you know, I don't want to get ahead of it. Maybe I just have 2 that I like. I don't know.
How do you do that? That is so scary.
Well, Kermit, if you will forgive the immodesty, that is perhaps the epitome of the actor's craft. You see, it takes tremendous concentration, years of physical and emotional training, and enormous mental exertion. Do you understand?
Oh, sure.
The Muppet Show? All right. Well, you know, the Vincent Price episode and the Alice Cooper episodes are some of my favorite episodes of The Muppet Show. Yeah, this is like a classic episode of The Muppet Show. I love it to bits.
Excuse me, but do you have a room for the night? You see, the road has washed out, and my horse had a flat tire.
Well, maybe I
must tell you, I am not alone. I am traveling with my beautiful assistant and a hideously deformed monster.
Oh, hideously deformed is right.
Watch it. I'm the beautiful assistant.
But, you know, if you're going to want to watch a fun, spooky Muppet thing, you can't go wrong with the Vincent Price episode or the Alice Cooper episode. Okay, well, here's the last one. It's definitely going to be a Treehouse of Terror episode. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. It's definitely not the Treehouse of Terror episode that I promised is the #1 spot.
What is this?
Blood!
Tomato blood?
Ketchup and Pepsi. Blood.
Oh, Venture Brothers Halloween. This is the #1. Okay.
With the weight of a plume as inflexible as cut timber, we raise aloft.
That is the work of the devil!
That is the work of a teenage girl's sleepover.
Venture Brothers has a long tradition of including pop culture references, especially around Halloween or around it, or just like kind of using the different characters dressed up in different ways.
It's nothing, Brock. Probably a hernia. I've had it forever. It'll pop back in a few hours. Always does.
Oh, Doc, what the Get back on the X1. We're taking you to a hospital. Stat!
Brock, will you stop worrying for once and...
This is serious. I can see that again. Dad's becoming a real fatty.
No, Hank. I think Pop is pregnant.
The Halloween special was a big plot-filled thing. It had a lot of like character development and stuff.
Hey, you want a beer?
I think I do.
Don't tell your dad.
Yeah, I really love the Very Venture Halloween special. I like all of the Venture Brothers. It's like one of the best shows ever made, ever. And it got a really decent send-off with the recent movie. But, you know, I could take like 8 more seasons if someone wanted to give them money. Oh, also, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Max has taken the Venture Brothers off of it. I mean, you can watch the movie on Max, but you can't watch any of the seasons on Max. And then if you think they're on Hulu, they're also not on Hulu. I'm recording this in October of 2024, so hopefully by the time you're watching this, they've fixed all of these problems, but I'm a little worried that the Venture Brothers might be hard to find. I had to find these clips off of the Adult Swim website. So, okay. Okay, well, there you have it. My top 5 Treehouse of Terror episodes. Yep. At any rate, go ahead and,
Witch's work is never done.
I'm dressed like an anime character.
What the heck was that?
A perfect Jellystone Halloween.
It's not even a top 5, it's a top 6? Okay, well, yes, the fairly recent and very, 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 very funny and underrated and probably canceled by now cartoon Jellystone has a Halloween-type special every season. The first one is very obviously a Halloween special. It's got a musical montage and the kids are trying to get candy. And are punished with too much candy because they want candy. The candy hubris in this episode is high.
What is this?
It's candy! Full bars, no raisins. Candy, no!
But the other thing is, like, they have one every season. There's a burglar episode in season 2 with Magilla Gorilla and Jabberjaw and whatever. And then there's another episode in season 3 where Yogi and Boo Boo are accosted by characters who are not the Scooby-Doo gang.
The old abandoned cheese world. Oh yeah, this makes perfect sense. Ghosts love novelty rides. Goober, bring me my ghost listening device. Disgusting. I forgot how awful Goober is.
They're like hacks or whatever. It's pretty funny. Jellystone is one of these cartoons where it's like they took all of these Hanna-Barbera characters and they took all of these C-tier, not in my opinion C-tier, by the way. This is like Hollywood's putting them in the C-tier comedians from, places like Comedy Bang Bang and other podcasts. Really funny people. Tom Lennon's on the show. Paul F. Tompkins is on the show. The original Space Ghost, George Lowe, is on the show at one point as Space Ghost.
He's a bear too. Bears? Bears are just as dangerous as Frankenstein. Time to prove why the ghost chasers are the best in the biz. Oh, I love you, the Scooby Gang would never beat up a couple of bears, and neither will you.
It's the Scooby Gang. Wait, dude, we just finished solving the mystery of the rope ghost.
It's a really great cartoon that no one's watching. Mostly I put clips of Jellystone in here as an excuse to tell you to go watch Jellystone. I mean, literally, you never know when HBO is just going to rip that off the station or whatever. You know what I mean? They could delete Jellystone anytime. So just go watch Jellystone. It's absurdist, incredibly funny humor by comedians who are way, way better than the material they're working with.
Wait, I don't know if that actually makes any sense.
Don't think about it too hard.
Okay.
Well, whoever they are, we owe you and the Scooby Gang our lives.
Oh, we're not the Scooby Gang either.
It's me, Cindy!
But if you're Cindy, who are those other guys?
Ranger Smith.
Artie?
Tube.
Tube's arm?
The cotton ball jar. The guy from my video game?
A tiny Yogi?
My brain feels weird.
Okay, now the end of the episode. No, I mean, seriously, goodbye.
This is a night of true magic. Halloween is the night we discover who we are. Are we people who make zombie armies? Are we those who condemn others? Are we beautiful children in resplendent costumes collecting candy? Are our choices in costumes provocative? Do we dress up as our ideal self, or are we not ready to decide what to be? Do you see it now? We use this one enchanted night to perform the greatest feat of magic there is. We become ourselves. Halloween is the true magic. It is the night we discover who we really are.